Good morning, fellow billionaires. This is Silver 5150 with your weekend wrap-up on Saturday, June 12th, 2021. All right, guys, just kind of an impromptu show today. I want to talk about stuff in the silver world that's kind of hard to get. You know, acquisition is what it's all about. Right here is, of course, the Batavia triangular shipwreck coin. And this is from the first in the series of the shipwreck coins out of the Perth Mint, I believe, or the Royal Australian Mint. Regardless, a very, very cool coin, and the first in a triangular series that I'm aware of, all right, for a sovereign coin. There's been some triangular efforts out there before, different private mints and stuff, but this one right here, this is easily, you know, the harbinger of the triangular series, and a very cool coin to have if you can get it. You know, speaking of acquisition, I have here the absolute Tasmanian devil of acquisition. You guys remember him from about a month back. I am with the broker today. Broker, how you doing?
Doing pretty good. How about you?
I'm doing pretty good, man. I'm doing pretty good, surviving and thriving, right, in these tough times. But I have you back on today because, man, I'm going to tell you something. As you guys know, I've acquired, you know, quite a bit of silver. I love silver a lot, but I can tell you that probably over half my stack would not have been possible without this gentleman here today, the broker who I'm talking about. So I got these Batavia triangulars here, broker. We're going to go ahead and start the crowd out. Guys, by the way, welcome to the Silver Chill Out Lounge. I hope you got your favorite beverage and you're all comfortable and stuff. We're going to nestle in for a little bit and have our conversation about acquisition. It's going to be good stuff. Acquiring precious metals. Broker, do you recall the story behind these Batavias in our conversation a year and a half, 2 years ago?
Oh yeah, you know, I was doing my my usually weekly run through. I'll normally have in excess of 8, 9, 10 or plus more tabs open up on my computer, and looking at all the different providers that are out there. You know, all the different trends, the different things that are coming out. Really trying to do a big, good, thorough on the homework on good acquisitions and snags for us. And I came across these triangle coins, and they kind of struck me in a particular way, and I remember reaching out to you and being like, hey, what do you think of these? And if memory serves, you were out to dinner with a crowd, and you really couldn't peel away, but you were at a casino, if I remember correctly?
Yeah, that's correct. You know, this is back when buffets were all a big thing, and of course, you know, I love my buffets. Going there and had some friends that used to be our old neighbors. We were going to have a nice dinner with them and stuff. And, you know, the thing is, when silver acquisition opportunity strikes, it doesn't care when or where it happens. It doesn't care about your plans or anything like that. It's there, and you need to either decide to be part of it or miss out on it.
Yeah, pretty much. And, well, as you can see, we became a part of it. But there was those weird little, like, you know, phone off to the side of the chair while he's in the middle of doing stuff, you know, we're messaging each other back and forth. And he's like, wait, what is this? Wait, how many can we get? Well, what's the price? Okay, well, we got all this other stuff that we're doing right now, so how are we going to balance? We'll figure it out.
It was such a mad time. And guys, I got to tell you something. I wasn't warmed up to anything outside of the normal round, you know, sovereign coins. And in fact, even when the gimmicky coins came out with the pop culture stuff like Spider-Man and the Marvel coins, I wasn't on board with that. The broker had to talk me into getting a Spider-Man. All right. And then from there, I went on to the Captain Americas and Black Panthers and stuff like that. So, you know, I was a very stoic stacker and was not on board with anything new. So you had to actually persuade me, you know, by telling me, you know, the mintage on these, which I think was 20,000, and then the fact that they were the very first sovereign triangular coin. So I appreciate that.
Yeah.
All right. So guys, we made a move on these, and at the time, I think spot price was probably $16. These things ran $30, and I went as hard as I could on them, spent all the cash I didn't have, and got as many as I could. You'll find out about that later if you haven't already seen the earlier videos. But from there, talking about tough acquisitions, I recall last year, the Libertads from last year, 2020 Libertads were all of the craze and the rage with, you know, people trying to get them, trying to admit it's going to put them out. They're not going to put them out. You know, when are they coming out? And when they did come out, what was it that you ended up going through to get the ones you got for us?
Well, I mean, I remember going through and putting on all the alerts at all the different sites, you know what I mean, waiting to get the emails, but half the time, you know, they end up putting them out slightly before the emails even hit your computer.
Right.
And so by then, if you're not, like, actively trying to just be on there every day and you're just trying to, like, conveniently wait for the email notifications, half the time you've missed out. Yeah. So, and I remember this, you know, 2020, everything's, you know, going a little rough with the year, and things are coming out a little bit later than they normally do, and then you're wondering, you know, for Mexico, like, what is exactly going on? Are they going to release them? Are they coming out of the country? There's been all these shortages. silver, mines have been shut down. I mean, it was a whole cluster. So then obviously that kind of built the hype up for an already hyped up coin.
Yes.
So, and I remember, that morning, every single morning I got on because I knew I was trying to catch those Libertads along with a number of other things. And then I'm sitting there at work, you know what I mean? And right before I clock in for work and they're not there. And then I get on my very, very first break and I'm walking up to the break room, and then I'm on my phone just checking. And this isn't per the emails or anything, but I'm checking, and all of a sudden I'm like, oh my God, they're there. And this was at Monument Metals, and they actually had them for a very fair price. I literally, and I have no privacy at work when I'm at work.
I was going to say, how did you get away what did you have to do to get that done?
I very slyly and sneakily ran over to basically the janitor's closet at work.
Well, stop. You're telling me that you made the 2020 Libertad acquisition play in a broom closet?
Yes.
Guys, this is dedication, tenacity. This is the Tasmanian level effort. I'm talking this guy here, I'm telling you, he is the man. He is the man. Continue, please.
And I mean, initially I was going to be like, I'm just going to post it on my phone really fast, blah, 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 blah. But I was like, I don't really like doing stuff like this on my phone. But, And then as I noticed, I was already trying to just get them things going. And all of a sudden I noticed the site starting to trip up because I think people were on there. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to do the old backdoor thing that people like to do at the U.S. Mint. When the site's crashing, if you call, half the time you can get a person if you're early enough and get your order through. So I called, got the guy on the phone, went on there and I said, hey, I want this much of this, da-da-da-da. And he's like, okay, wow. He's like, is that all you're going to want? Nope, I want some of these too. I mean, I got...
So you talked to an agent?
I talked to an actual person there,
okay.
yeah.
I didn't know that. Okay,
yeah,
Monument Metals, yeah.
Yeah, so we got a bunch of the 1 ouncers, and I ended up snagging a 5 that year. Had I known that the 2s were going to be such a big deal...
Knew?
Yeah, and I mean, we have enough, 2s from other years.
Right, from earlier years.
Yeah, so I didn't stress too much on that, but we went pretty heavy on the 1s and the other stuff.
We did. Well, we were so glad to get anything at that point. It was just,
and I posted it over the phone, hung up. I had about 2.5 minutes to eat my food.
Oh my gosh.
And then, so I'm just choking my food down before I got to go back to work. And then all of a sudden I pull it and I refresh the page on my phone before I go back to work in 2.5 minutes, gone.
Oh my gosh, that's crazy. Now guys, you hear this, okay, the Batavias we have, right? We just talked about 2020 Libertads, and you can hear from the intensity of the situation, these things, the best snags that are going to happen in your stack do not come very calmly and quietly and naturally when you're sitting in your office or your study trying to make the acquisition. It's going to happen at probably the most inconvenient time. And at that point, you're going to decide how much you're going to sacrifice to do that. But even with all of the things you went through to acquire the 2020s for us, which I'm in your debt, because those things, given the purchase price, do we dare go there? Do we not?
I mean, we could throw it out. I mean, at the time.
Okay, so what was the best price you were able to get for the 1 ouncers for 2020 back when you did what you did with Monument?
I think we were at 29 and some change, if memory serves.
Good Lord Almighty. Because right now, if you want one of those things, you're going to run you about $80.
Yeah, I do.
I'm going to call that a win.
Yeah, and even at the time when spot was what it was, and you're like, God, even $30, Value, it's hidden value.
It is.
And it's turning fiat into real money.
Amen. And so, guys, I'm going to tell you something. When we take these trips and stuff, and we, go out and hang out and stuff, the broker, he's like my little bro, okay? All right? But I try to show my appreciation. I try to spoil him a little bit. I buy him some nice coins here and there and everything like that, because I'm telling you, a person like that knows what they're doing is invaluable. It's not just the fact that, we're almost, we're like related and stuff like that. It's just having the right people in your corner to make these acquisitions. Speaking of which, the 2020, to me, that was epic. I mean, the Batavias were epic, in their acquisition. But what would you say was the most recent or toughest effort you've had to put in here lately?
Well, I'm going to be completely honest, knowing that we went as hard as we've gone in past years, obviously we're still acquiring now, but we're able to be a little bit more picky and choosy about what we're wanting.
Yeah, because we bulked up earlier.
We bulked up early. We're kind of either filling in holes or acquiring things that, beefing up already good positions, knowing that it's worthwhile.
Right. And some things you just can't miss out on, right?
No, you can't. Like, the new Eagles
that
are coming out, the Type 2s.
Yes.
I mean, I'm not a huge fan of the gold ones.
Right.
I might end up getting one down the road depending on the circumstance, and it's kind of a monumental coin and it's an eagle, but I mean the silver eagles.
Yeah.
you know, silver it's closing that gap. I think it's slowly becoming more and more rare. It's got so many different uses for it. Everybody knows where silver's going.
Oh yeah.
But the design, I actually kind of really dig the design. It's kind of got that old school like Monex eagle back to it. And
it does, and I remember the Monexes you got us from. I think is it was what was it, the guys in Florida? I can't remember.
So that was actually something that you and I did. We and I just did recently. We actually got some of those on. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Got some of those new Eagles on pre-order, because they don't come out of the mint until next month.
No, but they're on the way. They better be.
Yeah, we snagged them at a time, when spot took a little bit of a dip during the day. But I mean, right now, this 28 is kind of stagnant. I think it's a consolidation before we head up more. So I mean, anything you can grab right now that's going to be monumental like that,
yes,
you're going to have no problem selling it later.
No, you're going to win.
You're going to win. It's an Eagle.
It's a hit like that. So was there anything else going on at the time you were acquiring those Eagles? Broker?
Well, I do know that in the words of Libertads that we were just talking about, the 2021s are a big thing of news lately.
Yeah, well, good luck with that.
Yeah, well, from what I hear, Bold had them for, a moment or two.
Yeah, but everybody I talked to was trying to get them on Bold. They kept getting cut off, and they couldn't get to the website. Their cart was getting emptied out, or they couldn't get through, and they'd make the, buy it now, and it wouldn't go through, and stuff like that. Someone of your caliber, what did that feel like?
It was, I can imagine that being really frustrating, because like Bold, from what I understand, is the only people that have had it up until just recently. Monument Metal had it.
Mm-hmm. Bold only had them for a hot minute too.
Yeah, and I even put out alerts at Monument and stuff, and then I noticed the other day that they had them on there.
Right.
And I was farting around on their site and trying to put stuff in a cart and whatever to see the fervor in there.
Yeah.
I never even got one single email on any alert, and I put an alert on every single size, and I never got anything.
Sounds like an inside job.
So interesting. So I'm really glad that Monument pulled for us that first time, but I mean, all of a sudden, just bam, they were gone.
Yeah.
So really, the only place as of late is Bold.
Right.
And I mean, I heard, through some of the other YouTube channels and people in the comments, about it's literally like was the U.S. Mint when they were like releasing some other coins about its site was crashing. You would get one or two steps in, and then it would crash.
Yes.
And then all of a sudden, you'd be in there, and you'd be like, oh, my God, okay, I wanted like 5 of these, and now, we don't have 5 of these anymore. So even though you got through the process, you have to go back to the beginning.
Right.
Now you got to start over, reduce your quantity, and then start over with the whole filling out the process again.
A lot of people would give up on that.
Yeah.
Did you give up on it?
Ironically speaking, no, I didn't.
Really? So how many times would you say you had to repeat your activity to get success?
I think clicks that actually went through the server would maybe be 50, but I think upwards of 100 times I had to go through that. So yes, the frenzy that I'm speaking of at Bold, I was actually part of.
You were part of that. And would you consider yourself a loser or a winner in that effort?
Oh, no, I don't lose, my dear man.
No, people, he does not lose because, as you can see, the broker did very well with these Libertads. Yes, these are all 2021s, including this roll here of 2021 Libertads, 25 from the Banco de Mexico, okay? The 5-ounce 2021 Libertad, and, those are some extras, and the 2-ounce 2021 Libertads, 8 in the count there, all right? But, look, I got to tell you, I appreciate your effort, and I appreciate you thinking of me when you were doing that acquisition.
I can't leave my brother out. Are you kidding me? I wish I had would have gone a little bit heavier, but I mean, even trying to snag this and going through the fervor and everything, and it's just like we've already gone so heavy. I was like, you know what? I want to make sure that I do get my fill, but at the same time, there was only a limited quantity available to begin with. So I feel like the fact that I got this is, I'm good with it.
I would say you're good with it, and I'm certainly good with. Oh my God! Oh my God! Oh my God! Oh my God! Look at this. Look at this. Now, guys, if you haven't seen this on eBay, which I did see it on eBay, broker didn't tell me anything. He's just like, hey, man, I kind of got you in a little bit. And I'm like, well, what, did you get me like a couple of 1-ounces and stuff? Well, no, I did a little better than that, but you'll see. And, guys, this is what I saw. Look at this. So many 5-ounce 2021 Libertads. Yes, the 2021s. Let's go ahead and verify that. Okay? That they came in a case. Yes. In a case that says 2021 Libertad. Okay? Did you put the lid on there like that? I'm sorry. I'm being a very small man right I feel that, look, sometimes you got to get what you can get if you're not going to get anything else. The only thing I'm really going after this year was the change in the Eagle, right? And the 2021 Libertads, which I didn't expect. I mean, what do we got here? So we've got, God, what, 8 5-ounces, right?
That's
8
correct.
2-ounces, and a roll of 25. What is the total on that? How many ounces is that altogether?
If math is correct, top of my head, what are we looking at? Like 90, 91 ounces?
91 ounces of 2021 BU Silver Libertads. And as you know, it's kind of funny with the 2-ounces. With the 2-ounces, you actually have like different, finishes. Like some of them are a little flatter, some of them are a little more proof-like. But the thing about it is, I think it's just because there was so few minted that you're going to have those variants and stuff like that. But in any case, it's a very minute thing. But guys, here I'm telling you again, having the right people in your corner, especially now during these tough acquisition times, is absolutely key. All right, I've got other people that helped me out. Like I told you, I had Baby Duck the other night tell me about my account and how I got my videos ripped off of the channel. I don't know how that happened and stuff. And so that was a negative. But here today we have a beautiful net positive thanks to the broker. Brother, thank you so much, man. I can't believe. And were you at work when you were doing this, or were you at home? Were you doing acquisition for this?
No. Luckily and thankfully, I haven't really had any vacation of any kind, and since, oh gosh, over 2 years, really.
I've been about 1.5 years myself, yeah.
Yeah. So that happened to be the week that I ended up being able to finally take a couple personal days off of work.
Yeah.
And I was actually out running some errands, and I happened to just, like I was at work, I was like, I just got this feeling, everybody's posting them on their sites.
Yes.
Coming soon.
Right.
Blah, 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 blah. So every day I'm like, you know what, I'm just going to keep looking because I'm not going to rely on those emails. And here I am in the middle of town, and then they weren't there this morning, and then I was just kind of doing my random little, like, I'm going to check every couple hours because it's just what I do. I'm always on the markets, and then bam, saw them. I reached out to you instantly.
Yes.
In like 3 different fashions, and you didn't get back to me right away. So then I just started making moves, and then you confirmed that you were happy with such moves, and then I went ahead and just, well, you see what I did.
Absolutely, dude. Well, that's the thing. It's like we have, over time, developed this relationship to be able to kind of think like each other in each other's stead.
Oh, yeah.
When there's something out there. I've acquired a couple things for you here and there. You've acquired a lot of things for me. Especially when we went on some of our tears and stuff. But this right here, this is just, to me, the perfect marriage of a long-term stacking relationship, a brotherhood, all right, and I'll say a mutual cause. Our cause is to acquire as much of God's money in our possession as we can, because we know tough times are ahead.
Oh, yeah.
We do. And silver is definitely the play, but as we had said in the silver spot before, these Libertads, they have been able to outperform pretty much everything in the silver bullion world for now.
Oh, yeah.
But what it means is that everything else is going to have its Libertad moment. Listen to me, guys. Every kind of silver out there, every kind of bullion grade silver out there is going to have its Libertad moment. And so you just got to be patient and wait for that moment. But here's the thing. Don't wait for it to happen. Just start acquiring stuff now. And when the moment happens, you'll already be in place. Whether it's buffaloes, whether it's going to be eagles, whether it's going to be cougarons. It could be anything. It could be pandas, anything. We'll have that Libertad moment where all of a sudden it's the hottest thing in the market, and the prices are going to explode on everything, and your portfolio is going to go up instantly as a result. So, broker, I appreciate you joining us today, and I really, really appreciate these beautiful acquisitions, and I can't stop looking at that. Oh, my God. But is there any words of wisdom you would give to people about, their tenacity in trying to acquire silver in these tough times? And, all the things we're going to run into with the entanglements and the holdups and the lead times and stuff.
Above and foremost, you guys got to stay diligent. Don't get, talked off track. There's going to be a lot of different things trying to, throw you off the course and telling you that this is a waste of time and everything else. And I'm telling you, it's not. The absolute worst thing that can happen is that you put your money into this and then it ends up being able to give you your money back. Well, at the time that you're watching the dollar literally just get degraded daily.
Yes.
That
is
at the
very good.
Worst, this is wealth preservation.
Mm-hmm. I've never heard it put that way. The worst that can happen is that you get your money back.
Yeah, that is the worst thing
you
that
get
can
your
happen.
cash back.
And if you were able to make snags like this, you know what I mean, you can't lose. You literally can't lose. And even some of the things that we paid for in the past that we were like, oh, it's a little high. Mm-hmm. We could already sell them for doubled what we felt was high back
You
then.
could. I seen some stuff on eBay. I think whoever was selling this, this 5-ounce cluster here, they wanted something like I don't know, probably $1,250 for it. No, actually, I think they want $2,000 for this. $2,000 for this. And so, and the thing is, so you know how we roll. I'm saving my silver is generally.
I know how you roll 5150. You roll with rolls.
I roll with rolls because I want currency. This here is Mexican currency. I'm trying to build a Mexican monster box. This pretty much almost put that to bed. I got a little bit more work to do. But, the Mexican monster box is for, me and my family and my friends to use in the country of Mexico, because I think at some point, these countries, they're going to want their silver, back in circulation on some level, whether it's through their banks, what have you. And they're going to give you all of the purchasing power you need while you're there if you have those to trade in.
Especially Mexico. I mean, I know people that are from Mexico and everything like that too, and they're telling me that they're not letting as many of them out of the country. More of even especially the younger generations are becoming more aware and educated on this, so they're starting to hold on to them more. So, I mean, the Libertads especially, they've got that special niche on top of the fact that they're already a very low mintage sovereign coin. They're extremely desirable. They're absolutely beautiful coins.
Yes.
I mean, you really can't lose. But, I mean, even if you guys are just out there just trying to get even just rounds, go get some Philharmonics, go get...
That's a good one.
Those are great, you know what I mean? Like, I know that there has to do with being able to cross borders.
Yeah, without any kind of
without any
duty-free
types of duties and taxes and stuff, with silver and gold Philharmonics. I mean, just get what you can. But if you can get some of these nice, other pieces, this is what you start grabbing when you got all the basics.
Right. So, guys, look, that's it. You heard it from the man himself. Bulk up on the stuff that's easy to get, because at some point they're going to have their Libertad moment, quote unquote. And for the stuff that you really want, put in the effort and the time if you're able to try to beat the rush, beat the crowd, beat the entanglements that come with getting this more difficult stuff. Me, I've got brilliant people in my corner. Hey, I know there's things I can't handle, so I have people help me do it. And of course, there's a lot of benefits to that. But, in the end, any of us that are stacking, we're going to benefit. All right, guys, thanks for joining us today. I'm Silver 5150, telling you your stack is not whack, and that just 20 ounces to your name. Well, 25 if you're getting it from the Banco de Mexico. Keeps you 99% ahead of the game, all right? Take care of yourselves. Make sure you see us on Instagram. Like, share, subscribe, and comment. And we will catch you next week, I think, with the song. You may or may not like it. But that's what the comment's for. All right, guys. Have a great weekend, and take care.